Hi, I'm Ryoko, Natori. I want to talk about the importance of the foot alignment and taking care of your body as a figure skaters. First of all, this is the tool. Maybe all the athletes, doesn't matter figure skaters or soccer players or golf players, everybody should have this kind of a tool. To take care of your body every day. This is a roller and this is a two balls and fit in the back. This is not just for the like lower level or higher level athletes, like Olympic athletes. I think like if you're skating even just once a week, you should use this, because if you are landing on this foot all the times, and then like you don't land a jump on the other side, so you start getting unbalance of the body and using a lot of the knee. This muscle gets very, very tight, so you want to release that, but you don't have much time and the money budget to go to massage therapies or some kind of spa to relax your muscles. So you should do this as a brushing your teeth every day. First of all, you use a ball and you want to massage the sole of the foot. Why? Because you have to control the blades on the ice all the time. So your plantar fascia, which is like a sole of the foot, get very contracted. So you want to release. And then I would say, maybe if you are like a beginner skaters, it's okay that you just start doing the habit like this. But if you're like the skaters doing more than maybe single axle, front part here, and the middle part, which you're supposed to feel a little bit pain if you're using ankle really well, and then back part, oops, here. I can't lower my right heel really well because my right heel is a little bit tight right now. And then the point is you want to make your toes, knees, and then pelvis straight line. And then you want to check by the mirror so you don't, make sure that you're aligned. And then you don't want to roll, toes goes this way, and knee goes this way. You want to try to roll, everything is aligned. Like this. So how long you have to do, it depends on how much you practice, how difficult elements you do, like how much speed you have, or how high you jump. It's absolutely depend on the skaters. But I would say maybe 3 minutes each foot. And I think if you can move like this very quickly, you can use for your warm-up too. And then if you do very slowly, putting all your body weight, then you can do for your relaxations, which means after the practice, to get a good recovery. Then after you roll the sole of the foot, you feel more stable, more control. You can manipulate your feet better. Okay, and then next one, is you want to release this muscle right here. Why? Because you jump and then land. You use this muscle, you bend and then extend. Ankle, knees, you use this muscle. So you want to release this muscle. So I would do the straight and then put your body weight this way. And then maybe if you want to have more extra tensions, you can put your weight on your leg, on your calf, so you can give more deep pressures for this. The other side, like this. For this video, I'm not going to get into too much details about which specific muscles or too many variations, because the first step is you just have to get into the habit to do this. So I'll just go over the rolling most of the skaters, any skater that you have to do. And then pretty easy to do, okay? So after you roll, maybe you can roll 100 times, so 1 minute, and then you bend your ankle, stand up on the toe. You have much better control because this muscle is more under the control. Next one is anterior tibia, the front. When you skate, you need to bend your ankle very deeply. And then if you can bend your ankle, then this muscle is getting bigger. So which means you get very tired if you're a good skater bending the ankle. So you want to put your body weight here and then roll. So it's just a little bit below the knee, but it's along the outside of the shin. You could go 2 feet together and then trying to go a little bit outside. Now I have much better control for my ankle bend. Next, this is very specific muscles for the figure skaters, the posterior tibia, which is the muscle just behind at the inside of the shin. You make these positions and then push. And I think it's because the figure skaters are standing on the blade. A lot of skaters have a pain or very tight posterior tibia, more than other athletes like suckers or even like hockey player. I think it's because you have to stand on a blade and 1 foot all the time, most of the time, and then this posterior tibia gets very tired. And this is a key muscle and a very small muscle, and it's very important to control these motions and these motions. And then when you go this way, and then this posterior tibia will help you to control down and up, and then eliminate the wobbliness motions. Another muscles helping this movement is peroneus longus and brevis muscle on the outside. When you touch the bones here, the peroneus longus and brevis is just underneath of this bump bone outside. So you can do like this. And this is another muscle that for the figure skaters specifically you have to do. Again, it's probably because you have 1 foot motions and then skating on the blade. Human beings is not developed the body to skate on a sharp blade and then also stand on the 1 foot. So you really have to compensate and balance. If your feet are not stable, your foot is not stable, your skate is not stable and wobbly, some part of your body have to compensate. And then you can imagine that you stand on the foot. So if your feet are not stable, it starts compensating from the lower extreme and then like more and more and then the upper. So that's why you want to fix from the bottom. Well, other sports, the foundation is all important, but especially for the figure skating, you have to be on 1 foot and then lean, and then jump and then down, and then turns front to backward, which is very, very complicated body movement. So those little muscles get very tired. And those 2 muscles, the key muscle, the posterior tibia and the peroneus longus and the brevis muscles, you can use the balls like this or this instead of the roller. This, because you have to, I have a line here, the stitches of my pants, and it's almost right here. It's behind the bones, right here. Well, this is not very, very easy to find. You know, it's not like here, it's not like here, so it's a little bit complicated to find it. So maybe if you have some personal trainer or some physiotherapist to help you to point out where exactly your posterior tibia muscle, that's probably helpful, because you want to do for you to, like you don't want to just do it, you want to know what you're doing. And if you are not really hitting the muscle, it's kind of wasting your time and energy. So I would say it's probably better to make an appointment with a physiotherapist or a personal trainer who knows about the foot really well, and then find out where the specific muscle is. And then this is the peroneus longus and brevis, the bones under here, bones here. And when you're doing this rolling with the balls or rollers, there are 2 meanings for it. One is releasing the muscle, but also releasing the myofascia, which is skin is here, and then myofascia here, and the muscle. And then recently, this myofascia has been discovered, and then it's the myofascia wrapped around all the body. Even if your muscle is very soft, but the myofascia is very tight, it restricts the range of motions. For example, even if your muscle here is very relaxed and loose, but if this myofascia here is very tight, you can't bend your ankle and knee as much as you want, or your brain giving a signal for your feet, and so you lose a range of motion. So in order for you to do the myofascial release, you want to do like rubbing the skin. Maybe it might be better that you take the pants off and then just to do the rubbing the skin like this way. Today the room is not really warm, so I don't do with the skins, but that's the way that you do for the myofascial release. This. And then you use the balls, or this balls, to do this massage. It's more about you want to massage more deep muscle underneath of your myofascia. So this is pretty much the massage. But I think muscle massage and myofascial release nowadays are the sports science. I think the myofascial release is more important than massage of the muscle. Okay, the next one is this muscle, the quad muscle. How you're going to do it is basically you're going to roll this way, and then maybe you want to go 3 different parts. One is on top here, and then middle, and then just above the knee. And then also you can do 45-degree angle outside, and then 45-degree outside in the middle, and 45-degree outside of the top. And then you can also do inside. 45-degree inside and 45-degree inside. And then if you are the figure skater, usually the lower bottom part here is very hurting, and then outside it's very hurting. I think it's just because of the repetitive of the knee bending in one foot, and then also landing the jump and taking off the jump. And everything is happening in a cold ice rink. So you want to do the both feet on the right and the left. And you can do this way. This is one of the techniques that you do efficiently for your myofascial release. So now, this motion is much easier. Standing one foot is much more stable. Now when you jump, it's more under the control. Next one is you use a ball, and you want to hit your piriformis muscle. It's from the middle of your the pelvis to outside. It's connecting here, but it's not easy to find which muscle. So maybe you might want to talk to your health professional people to find out where your piriformis muscle is. And also you can do this way. And it's very important that you have a good range of motions at the SI joint right here. This is very specific muscle that the human beings, not the muscle, the specific joint that the human beings has, which like the animal with the four feet, they don't have. So you want to release this SI joint by using the balls. So if you could find SI joint, which is very, very like painful actually, because little piriformis is attaching to our sacrum bones, and then using a lot in the skating motions. So you want to do the left and the right. And then not just moving like this. If you do this way, you can release the piriformis muscle from the different angle. So you want to do two way, one way here and another way this way. Next one is a psoas, which is from the right next to the belly button to your thigh. And this muscle will help you to coordinate your pelvis motions and then also your leg. And it's quite important. So this right here, just right next to the belly button, and then you kind of like pulling this way and pulling this way, and then leg bring bottom. So if you see from the side, it looks like and then this source is very deep inside of your body, so you want to coordinate with your breathing. And then you're supposed to feel very, very painful. Well, these muscles, the source muscle, you can also stretch in several ways. Maybe in the water, like you just go stretch, then it gets stretched. And then also like if you go and this way, this source gets stretched. But before you stretch the muscle, you want to release the myofascia wrapping around the source muscles and then related areas. So you probably want to do this myofascia release before you stretch. So that will be much more effective. And if you have a very, very severe pain, which is a lot of like a quad jump skaters, masculine man skaters, or generally like a high-level athletes who practice a lot in skating. I have many skaters say it's extremely pain and you can't be on these positions. So then what you have to do is maybe you need to go to some physiotherapy and then like use some electronic stimulation machines to release these muscles and then several times. Then after that you can start rolling with this. And you should not roll if you have extreme pain. That's something really wrong. And it might not gonna be that musculoskeletal problem, it might be some internal organ problem. So if you have really pain, you should see some healthcare professional people and then make sure that you are doing right things.